Alright, y'all. You're probably wondering why I am in full on Duchess attire, and you will find out if you tune in tomorrow to Instagram, an account called The Pulp Mag. My friend Pierre Valentino is hosting an Instagram takeover this coming Friday as his character, Pierre Valentino, for his best friend's magazine called Pulp Mag, a queer, sex positive, sexuality slash repro rights mag. Now, they used to be part of Medium, but they're now going independent and are also adding an educational contingent to what they do. Isn't that exciting? So, his idea for Takeover was to reach out to the Black and people of color artists that are part of his and Pierre's imaginary friend cabaret and extended family, and to host any piece that we would send. So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take a minute to check out Pierre Valentino. That's Pierre, two underscores, Valentino on Instagram, and then you're going to go check out The Pulp Mag right next door as he takes it over tomorrow. And then you'll have to just tune in and see why I'm dressed like this. Now that that's out of the way, on a much, much more serious and somber note. Alright, y'all. I'm going off script today, no teleprompter whatsoever, because I had originally planned to air something that I had taped yesterday with my nephew after hanging out with him all day and doing a quick interview with him about Black Lives Matter. However, after our second time at the skate park yesterday, the old Fourth Ward skate park, Eddie and I went with him that time. First time it was just he and I. And on that trip, Eddie and I were like, well, let's just hang about. Let's just kind of walk through the park a bit. And I saw over to the left side of the field, there was a memorial set up. And I had assumed it was for Black Lives Matter. But as I got closer and as some of the people were taking pictures dispersed, I got over there and I saw that it was about blacktranslivesmatter. There was spray paint all over the ground. There was candles and posters set up, and it was beautiful from the distance. And as Eddie and I were walking closer, a man on his bicycle coming off the Beltline and through the park by the memorial setup decided to say, fuck those transvestites, and proceeded to trash the memorial. And all of this was going on as Eddie and I were like, well, let's do Facebook Live and let's go over there and show the people what's going on. But both Eddie and I just stopped in shock. And I don't know what was going through Eddie's mind, but it was as though that violence was against me. The way that he took his bike and the posters and thrashed the candles and the posters, it was terrifying to see. And yes, you're always concerned about your own personal safety, but I felt very safe with Eddie there. I didn't feel too exposed or too vulnerable, but this is why we say Black trans lives matter. What about my sisters on the street? What about those who are without shelter or who don't have the same stability? Even if you do have the same stability, what if you run across that type of person in public? Someone with that much anger. It was as though he were abusing my body and every other trans person out there. The way that he destroyed that memorial, it was a horrible act of violence. And luckily it was just a property, but what happens if he runs across someone on the street? So, that's really all I have for today. Yeah. Black trans lives matter. Say their name.